Families and holidays and conflict are not mutually exclusive to this election. That being said, with this election being of higher emotion, we are going to see higher conflict at our Thanksgiving dinners. And so what can we do to keep the peace around the turkey table? The first thing I want to talk about is active listening. We all have that Uncle Greg who comes in and he gives you his 2 cents while you're knee deep in pumpkin pie, and as you're trying to get your word out, he walks away. Don't be Uncle Greg. What you can do instead is listen with curiosity instead of certainty. And we talk about this because we all have a unique filter. We all have different experiences that lead to us sitting around the table together, and they're all unique and valuable. And when we don't actively listen, we lose the opportunity to learn more about what is meaningful for the other person. When we want to communicate more effectively, there's a couple of tips. First and foremost, repeat back what you think you've heard. It gives them an opportunity to know that A, you're listening, and also lets them know that they can clarify if you may have heard something differently. The next is using validation. This tends to be a really tough one. We have a very emotional election. People feel very strongly about what they're talking about. And when you validate someone, oftentimes we think that means that we're actually agreeing with their opinion. Those two are exclusive. My sister could have validated me and said, wow, sounds like it was really tough last week trying to get mom to her doctor's appointment. It does not mean she agrees with me and my political positions. It just means she's validating how tough my last week was. When you do that, you break down the barriers that often arise because of conflict, and it helps you be able to move forward. The last tip on Communication 101 is asking open-ended questions. Encourage someone to share more. You're asking things like, can you tell me more about that? Or, I'm really curious, I'd like to know more. It seems really simple, but it's an invitation, and you get to learn more that way. Let's say you're a great listener, let's say you're a great communicator, but you're still feeling really emotional about what you're talking about. Or maybe you're on stage at Good Morning Slow and you're going into fight or flight. That happens at Thanksgiving dinner too. Fight or flight being a physiological reaction, adrenaline's pumping through your system, the logical portion of your brain is slowing down, and it's a wonder that we're ever able to communicate effectively. How do we work through this? Take a break. Now, Thanksgiving dinners can have breaks. It's your house, it's your rules. You can do what you want. Take a deep breath or go for a walk. These things are aimed at kind of getting the blood pumping through your system again, getting the adrenaline reabsorbed into your body, and you're able to think more clearly. If you can do these things, you're priming yourself to be a better communicator and a more effective listener. And remember, alcohol makes these effects worse. So, it is with a very heavy Central Coast wine-drinking heart that I say to you, reconsider that second, third, or fourth glass of wine this Thanksgiving dinner. You'll be really grateful that you have a clear mind and a clear heart to be an active listener and more effectively navigate the tough conversations that you're going to be seeing around your dinner table.